Guess who's back? It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin time. Bitcoiners are getting funky, Tor. We're again north of 50,000. I'm so glad you're joining me today. How are you feeling about this occasion?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here. Always a pleasure. And it's always good to see Bitcoin above 50,000, a key psychological barrier.
Yeah. Why is that, Tor? Why are we so excited that we're back at 50K? What does that show to the market at large?
Well, I think that what it shows is that that we're breaking out of this kind of up and down consolidation pattern that we've been in for the past 3 or 4 months. And I think it shows that there is room to run. It's like a big spring, I believe, coiling up and gaining energy and momentum. And 50,000, it's been a key psychological barrier in people's hearts and minds for a long time. And I think breaking it is an indication of where we can go from here. I think that there's technical barriers as well. I think 51,000 is a key technical barrier. It's had a lot of resistance in the past and a lot of support. Once we break that, we could go up to 57 or 58,000 very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you're a Bitcoin maxi, of course, you're happy right now. But if you're just a guy in crypto or a gal to make money, well then, I have good news for you. Avalanche, AVAX gained 150% in the last 7 days. Cardano, ADA, new all-time high, $2.86. Terra Luna, Cosmos, plus 30% in 7 days. Telcoin, best gainer over the last 24 hours.
Well, the thing is that I think that, and you don't have to be a maxi to appreciate the effect that Bitcoin has on the rest of the market. As Bitcoin rises, it is still the pace setter, and it's pulling up these altcoins as well, and it's creating a higher ceiling for all of these coins. There will come a point where they will break away and they will operate independent of Bitcoin, but that hasn't happened quite yet.
Now, in other also exciting news, and it's just happened, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're watching this video later, for us, it just happened. Visa just bought a CryptoPunk. It just happened. Thank you for happening. We don't know why. And will this continue to happen? We don't know. All we can say is we're excited about it. Now, in other news, there's an Ethereum shortage. My God, there'll be no more Ethereum left on exchanges. How are you feeling about this?
I think that's great news. I think for those of us who are hodlers of Ethereum and believe in this project, it is very exciting. As you said, the percentage of Ethereum on balance on exchanges is less than 13%. That means of all the circulating supply, less than 13% of it is available to be purchased. In addition, if you look at the data following the London hard fork, 73,000 ETH had been burned already. So these facts are good news because it means that there's a consolidation and shrinking supply and circulation. Lower supply means higher demand, which means higher prices in the long term.
Preach. Now, PayPal launches the ability to buy, sell, hold crypto in the UK. I mean, let's open up the gates. Everyone can now buy and sell crypto. What's the flip side to this, Tor? I'm trying to figure out, okay, why shouldn't we be ecstatic?
Well, so we should be, I think, in the long term, because this is a great on-ramp. PayPal is the second most trusted brand in the world, according to Morning Consulting. So I think that that is a good sign, like you said, towards mass adoption. However, the way that the PayPal account is configured, while you can use the cryptocurrency to buy anything on that you would with normal PayPal, any place that would accept it. And again, the 4 coins would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. You can't move off to another wallet. PayPal is the custodian. It stays there. If you want to keep it there, that's great. They don't have a very robust staking mechanism, so it's just a place to kind of purchase and hold it. You can't really earn money on it, and you can't move it to another wallet. That's the drawback. But for someone who's brand new to crypto, they're not going to be doing a lot of that type of that kind of advanced functionality. But that is the flip side drawback in my.
But you don't really own it, though. That's the problem. Ownership is one of the key factors in crypto. PayPal is doing this great, but it seems like it's just not that step which we needed. Why aren't they going full on, Tor? What's missing?
I think it's a baby step, to be honest with you. I think that they're still trying to test the market. I think it's better for them to do things incrementally as opposed to just going all in and then perhaps overwhelming their audience or their users or their own network, perhaps. I think that, honestly, I think taking a measured approach within the space, it's fine. They're the trusted name, and that's the thing too. They're the trusted name in payment options online. And I think that what they want to do is they don't want to damage that reputation. So they're taking these very mini steps.
I don't know, Tor. It just seems that if you're doing it, you might as well do it the right way, right from the beginning. You're already creating the wallets. For God's sake, all you need now to do is put in the infrastructure or just buy the infrastructure to do it, or partner up with so many numerous exchanges. I think this, for the whole crypto market, is a bit of a, at least for me, a letdown. I don't know. I'm seeing the flip side into this. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm cranky because I didn't have enough coffee today. I don't know. USDC, it's only backed by US dollar and short-term US treasuries. I mean, you're the USDC expert out of the two of us. Could you give us a rundown of what's happening?
So basically, I'm not an expert, but at the same time, I am a fan of private stable coins. And what they've just announced is that, to your point, they're entirely backed by cash and short duration US treasuries effective in September. That's days away, they confirmed via the USDC Issuer Center. Now, that Issuer Center is founded by Circle and Coinbase, and 27 billion of USDCs are backed by those two organizations. In May, Circle expanded its investment portfolio, and it added CD, certificates of deposit, commercial paper, and corporate muni bonds. I think that this should be a very big comfort to the crypto space, because private stablecoins are really, they play a critical role, to be honest with you. I use them as a place to park profits. After I sell something and I want to put it someplace and protect those gains, I park them into a stable coin. That is a tremendous value to the crypto space. And here's the reason why it should be comforting to us is that Tether, the number one stable coin globally, they ran into serious trouble earlier this year when it was disclosed that not each of their tokens were pegged one-to-one to a dollar like they claimed in literature. So I think the folks over at USDC want to avoid that. They want to do it the smart way. They're playing the regulatory game expertly, and I think that this is, again, a good sign for the entire crypto space.
Well, now you're just whispering sweet nothings into my ear, Tor. I love it when companies do things diligently. And speaking of sweet nothings, the porn industry. Always a pioneer, always a great way to move on technology. You know where I'm going with this. Tyga is launching a competing service to OnlyFans. It's a big deal, but also it's one of those things where you cannot get excited about that without looking creepy. You know what I mean?
Listen, Martynas, I totally understand exactly what you're saying. In my opinion, and I don't mean to bully this conversation here, but I believe in the principles of decentralization and autonomy that cryptocurrency and blockchain provide. But this is the thing. Too much of the porn industry is built on human trafficking, drug addiction, rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and portrayals as women as sex tools. That's not me making it up. It's the fact. It's the reality. And I get that there are a percentage of sex workers out there that do feel empowered by sites like OnlyFans, and it's a way for them to make money on their terms. But those are outliers, to be honest with you.
I cannot say I'm a fan of that platform. But I will say, from a business sense, this is very cynical, but from a business sense, you just shot yourself, not even in the head, but in the nether regions, because that was the only revenue generating avenue, which they had, which puzzles me, Tor. Which really puzzles me. Usually, I would understand pure capitalism, but this move, I thought, you're gonna do it outright? You're gonna full on, no nudity, on OnlyFans, and just like coffee, but without anything having to do with coffee beans. It's like, sunshine without actually having the sun. It doesn't make sense. How could they do this to themselves? From a business perspective, I'm not analyzing the human factor. The blockchain factor is, God bless Tyga, let him do what he wants to do. Maybe it's further crypto adoption. But from a business sense, why do they do this?
That if they saw that this particular exposure to their business was under scrutiny and they would not be able to accept payments, I think that that's the end game, is they want to make sure that they are able to have online payment access for whatever users or whatever product they have. They have an audience. I believe that what they may try to do is try to pivot into some other area.
But that's the thing. Now, sorry to cut you off, but that's the logic. So Tyga, right now, seeing this, thinks, okay, I'll create my own, right? And the thing is, so what are you trying to do here? Instead of let your, rivals take over the whole sphere, just accept crypto. That's a lot easier than just full-on shoot yourself in another region and allow Tyga to create his own, blockchain-based, ERC20-based project. Doesn't make sense to me, but that's the beauty of crypto. It doesn't have to. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to come for tomorrow's episode. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Yeah, this one was a weird news day.